I was thinking that I have very old footage from my trip to London. It's okay footage. I really wasn't trying to like record my trip or anything. So it's really just kind of this whole vibes. It's not really like, oh my god, come with me to London. Sorry guys, influencer voice. But it wasn't like the, oh my god, come with me to London. So I was having the best time going to London. It was the UK and blah, 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 blah. No, that wasn't me. I was just going there, visiting family, trying to see a new side of the world. And yeah, I really didn't really consider being in my influencer slash blogger era. It really was a sort of like pure just taking photos, and for the fun of it, it wasn't really that serious. It wasn't that serious. But okay, sorry, so you gotta be serious. But basically, I do have some thoughts about London. I gotta preface this. I love London. I wish that it's expensive though. Being a girl, I'm from Orlando. Oh my god, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm from Orlando. I know what it's like to have everything around you be an arm and a leg, and for there to be like everything in one place, for you to be in the spot, for you to go outside and go to Disney, see the Big Mouth, see the Universal, like it just like, you know, like see like everything is there. I know what that's like, but going to London is different. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what the people are gonna be like. I don't know like what's the difference between these places, and I really wanted to like kind of gauge the vibe, see the difference in what was there. It was my first time traveling by myself, like going to a whole different continent. The only place I've been is Jamaica. The only place I have been before has been Jamaica. Wagwan, man. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, mommy. I'm so sorry. I suck at patois. But yeah, the only place I've been out of the States is Jamaica. And like that's just like everybody that in my family Jamaican, like I know what I'm expecting, right? So going to a whole different place, going to like England, seeing like the whole like every like British people that's an experience. And seeing British food, yeah, but yeah, but like honestly, okay, I was, when I went there for two weeks, like almost 2 weeks. I think it was like 13 days. And my experience there is, it was very like, well, different. Yes, it was it was different, but it was also like I don't know how to say without it sounding like it was a different culture. Yeah, it's a different place. Like it's gonna be a different culture. Like I can go from Florida to Orlando to Miami, and it's a different culture. So yeah, but it was like totally different. It was like, okay, I have to let you know more about who I am, basically. So I am probably the pickiest person when it comes to food that you'll ever meet. Like it is probably like a whole thing, but I am a person, it is like I will have a thing that is my thing for like the next 3 months, and anything that's not that thing, I'm really gonna be like not against but not for. Like, okay, I have my tuna phase, I have my chicken phase, and I have like my air fried chicken phase for like the gym. I am eating that every single night without fail, unless I don't eat that night, you know, like it's very like that, like I have my go-to and I am okay with it until the one day that I'm like, that is like the worst food I've ever had in my life? Why would I ever like it? And then I switch to the next thing. So it, like, for me, food, it like is important that I have that like varied amount. And I know being in America, they say a lot about our food, but I will always defend our food here, at least the one that, like, I'm not talking about the Cisco genre where it's just like all like 50 different variants of just Cisco cooked at like a different environment. I mean our barbecue, our like chicken, like fried chicken at actual like fried chicken places, are like, I'm saying like all great seafood, but I mean like even a Caesar salad. How do you mess up a Caesar salad? I went to London, I was I went there, I left like, I'm not even joking, I think I lost 5 pounds in the 2 weeks that I was there because I was not eating enough food when I was there. I was trying everything. Like, first of all, they don't have real ranch. Like, nobody there eats ranch. They eat mayo as a dipping sauce and this thing called like peri peri sauce. I am a very, like, I do not eat anything other than like creamy sauces. Like even Caesar salad dressing, it can't be that oily sauce, it has to be the creamy one. I like viciously cannot stand an oily based sauce like that. And then the ranch, everything that they had that said ranch was like the evil version of ranch. Like, oh my god, I was really trying. I was looking every single store, and I looked because I was like, I need to find something that like I'm gonna be like into. Like, I was staying with my aunt, and she's in London, but she's like, it's weird because everything in London is far away from London. And don't even start to talk about going to a different city. If you want to go to Birmingham, apparently that's like a day's trail away by car. Like, apparently, no. I like, for me to go back home to my like hometown from college, that's 2 hours, sometimes 3.5 during the holidays. And if I was to do that in London, that's basically me going across the entire like country. But like I remember like some of my family came in from, yeah, it was Birmingham, and like they're like, yeah, we never do this. Like, the trials and tribulations that we go to come up here is crazy. Like, we don't normally do this. And I'm like, huh? Like, what do you mean? You said it's like 3 hours away? That's quicker than me going. Like, that's double the time it takes for me to go from Gainesville to Miami. That's like halfway there. It's such a weird concept to me because like I could drive the whole day in England, and I could do that in Florida and still not leave Florida. So it is, I don't know, that concept is so weird to me. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about the ranch. I was looking online every single day, looking for ranch. This is such a weird thing to be obsessed about. I know. Don't even worry about it. But I was looking for ranch every single day, and nowhere had it. There was this place called Chicken Ranch. Guess what they don't have? Ranch. How are you gonna be named burger and then not have any burgers? Like, that's what it was giving. Like, you can't have ranch in the name and then not be ranch. Like, they meant ranch like ranch, like the faithful horses and cows. I'm so sorry. But like, oh my god, I was so annoyed. And like, I don't know, it was like that was my thing when I was like going there. Like, I was really in like I need like my comfort food, because I was already kind of like, there wasn't that much already that I was into so far. So it was just very frustrating, and I was like, I was like surviving off of berries and seeds and crackers. I felt like a little baby bird. But I accustomed to it eventually. They also don't have like any protein shakes like that they have here. It was really hard going as like somebody that was like very consistent in the gym, and then I needed like a bus thing to go everywhere. There wasn't like any close enough gyms. There was no, well, the apartments are different there. Like, there's no apartment gym, so I had to like always figure out some sort of gym to like beg my aunt to drive me to if I didn't take the bus. One time I did go to the bus, like I took the bus on the way back, and then my phone lost service. I couldn't contact anybody, and I was like, it was getting dark. It was not the best situation, yeah. So that was pretty frustrating. There like things about London though, there is a lot to do there. I really like, I wanted to go back like next week actually, but I don't have enough credit card points on my cards to go back. So I will be staying in the States, unfortunately. But it is definitely like a place that I would definitely want to visit again. I did get to see some of like the oldest buildings like there, like the Windsor Castle and Roman Bath and Stonehenge, stuff like that. That was like interesting to see in person. Stonehenge, like I don't know if this is gonna sound like dumb of me, but it's just rocks. Like they're really big rocks, yes, but like they don't. I had to go on a day tour. I went with my cousin. I went on a day tour like all across London basically. It took the whole day. We got there at 7 a.m. We got back at like, I want to say 6, and it was this whole thing of driving us all over the place to see these historical events. It was nice, and it like, I'm glad that I didn't have to like do the drive myself. Oh my gosh, it actually did take forever because we had to go in like the winding roads and here and back and everything, but it was very, very like, oh, okay, yeah, those are definitely big rocks. And then you just leave. Like, either you can walk the whole way to it, which takes 3 hours, and we didn't have enough time on the tour, or you just drove up to it, saw it, walked around it, took pictures, and then went back. Like, it was really just, you see it once, you don't really need to see it again, but it was, I'm glad I got to see it. The Roman baths, I felt like they were more interesting. It definitely was very inspiring to see like the architecture and design. I have always been a person very interested in design and like architecture of buildings. I was getting heavy New York vibes. Like every single time I would see like any sort of like renovated or modern building there, seeing like the cathedrals and the churches, those were beautiful. Like, I am not gonna lie, the stuff we have here with the all modern, I feel like we don't really need it here as much as we should just go back to the kind of old school design with a lot of detail and accents. They were amazing looking. Like, I took so many pictures because I was just in awe of like all the detail and the intricacies that they just had on their buildings. It was really beautiful. The only thing I wish they had added to the buildings really was AC. There's no like AC like anywhere, and I had to bring like, actually like I had to bring a fan everywhere. It was so just hot all the time. And like when I go up north, like usually I'm like, being from Florida, I'm always expecting it to be hot because I'm right next to the dang equator line. Like, I am expecting it to always be like a constant like 70. If I go up, I feel like it should be like at least like a cool 60. Like, it would only get cold at night. Like, I feel like, and it was almost August, so like fall, I feel like it should be like at least a tad bit chilly. It only got really cold at night, and I feel like that's just basically like Florida winter, where it's like in the day and then it'll be cold at night. But yeah, like the only thing I wish, like some places have AC, but it's really not that much places, which is so crazy to me. And then they also, the homes there are, you will always have a neighbor. It doesn't matter if you live in an apartment or a house, you will always have a neighbor. Like, always. Every single like house was attached. It was like all townhomes. Like, every single one was attached to each other. And I was like, where's the separated homes? Apparently those are for like the billionaire or millionaire people that can afford to not have neighbors. Is such a like townhomes are cheaper than regular homes here too, like for the most part, but for that to be like basically the only option unless you have like a bajillion British pounds laying around is crazy. I don't know. One thing I did like is that they have like this sort of building plans where there are shops, there are homes. I have always kind of liked that kind of design in buildings clothing and communities, and I really wish we had them here. I hate how like you have to be home, you have to be business, you have to be home, you have to be business. They have it very like rarely in the downtown areas of like college towns and stuff over here, but it's nowhere else. Like everywhere else is zoned completely, just rigidly, and I feel like it would be much better, much like easier to everybody like living like in the community for it to be like that. And I'm not gonna move down to downtown to pay like 2K month base without any extra fees, as if I did not ever turn on a light, did not ever like use a utility, like anything is like over 2K for like a one bed. So I guess I will just never experience that, and I just have to be okay with just driving to it regardless, because we use cars a lot. But yeah, I feel like we really should have like taken that as like an example. I don't know. And then London, they always have something going on. Like they are one of those like locations with like just something always going on that I feel like a lot of like influencers would be able to have like a sector in, or like celebrities and stuff. Like it's one of those fashion places, like a fashion powerhouse. So there were always like pop-ups nearby. I remember that I think it was like Miu Miu or something was gonna be there. Some like high-end fashion brand was having like a pop-up, and like, you know, those like TikTokable events, they have a bunch of those there. And then the London Eye, they always have some sort of like tours going on every day, because people are always like exploring in London. I got to see the Big Ben in person. It is actually like huge, like huge. I didn't get to go on the boat tour, but I got to go on some of the bus tour before I had to leave. London, they definitely had a lot of things that I wish that I had like the time to have gone to. When I go back, I'm definitely going to be checking out what does happen in the area so I can check it out. It is a lot of opportunities to even do stuff for free, because they have a lot of just events going on. Actually, when I went to, I think it was like Oxford Circus, to the shopping center, they had, that's the Space NK, they had an opening. I was wondering why it was so like busy. They had an opening in the free, they were giving out free bags to like the first 100 people in line. I could have gone there and gotten a free bag with a bunch of stuff if I had known that it was happening. By the time I like even like got to that side, like they had already given it out, sadly. But yeah, it's this whole thing of like, there is always an opportunity to do something, to have fun, to do an event. I know that they were having the Squid Game experience, and they have stuff like Activate, O2 Center with like a bunch of concerts that is by like the River Thames. There's always something going on there, and I would imagine that it is a great place to kind of grow, and like as like any sort of creative or any sort of person that wants to do some kind of content regarding like the city, because London is that girl. Like there is so much that I saw that was amazing and just gave me like a new perspective of what is out there. I really want to start traveling in the next year, so I do really want to be able to do more in-depth sightseeing and checking out what's like nearby, and I guess trying out food. Like I didn't try the fish and chips because I was just like everything was just kind of to me, so I was just like but like going back, I feel like I have to be more open-minded and more yay, like I'm in a different place with different food and different experiences type of deal. So I will be trying it, and next time I will bring you guys, like actually instead of just recording for myself, I will be showing you around with my kind of travel experience and how it is for me. Last time I was literally in the midst of like studying for my finals as I was going there. Like I did not get to go out for the first week like seriously, because I was studying for my test. I literally I have an online tutor. I was doing online tutoring from London with him. It was a 5-hour difference. I had to try to figure out something. I think I was doing tutoring at 10 in the night so that he could do it in the States at like 5 with me. So it was hectic, and I don't think it was, I could technically have ever gotten jet lag, because I just would wake up at the same time I did in the States basically and do all the rest of the stuff at night. So except for the last few days, so that was definitely an experience. And yeah. Have you guys ever been to London, like, or anywhere? Like, was there anywhere that you guys would like recommend for me to go, or like anything that you guys like, if you guys have traveled to London, anything that you guys have like kind of noticed about the place compared to like the US or wherever you guys live? Like, is there anything you guys would like recommend for me to see or like do or check out? Is there anything I should try? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's very, like, I feel like I'm missing out on like a lot that like could be there that I could be checking out. I'm gonna make an actual itinerary next time. Like, I feel like I just had like the bare bones, but there's so much more to do. I have a list of things that I need to check out for the next time or the next couple of times. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this sort of chat rant, and hope you guys are looking forward to whatever content I have next. Don't forget to give me some recommendations or ask me anything in the comments. And yeah, bye guys.